I saw they like in meditation they showed me. I just pushed the button so people should start popping on here soon. They saw me on TikTok. You know, they showed me on TikTok, but I was channeling. I wasn't actually. I don't channel publicly. Like a few people have seen me channel, but I don't tend to channel publicly.
Wow.
Hello, Miss Jen Jen. Aw, she was here. She was with me last night. I think she got a reading. Thank you, Jen. Thank everyone who is sharing and liking my live. I so appreciate you. Good morning. Good morning. Looks like we have people starting to pop on. I know. It seems like I was just on, right? I know my moderator today is Miss D, and she saw me live last night, so she messaged me. Are you still going live in the morning? I am, and here I am. So good to see everyone. Good morning, Heidi. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah was on last night too. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for sharing and liking my live. I so appreciate you. You know, thank you. Every time I wear these, I get compliments. And it's one of those things. I was at a local store. My husband and I popped in. The clothes were, if you know what I mean, too young for me. But I saw these earrings, and they were much more than what I paid. Y'all are going to laugh when y'all hear me say this. They were more than what I paid for earrings. There was $20. I don't pay that for one pair of earrings. I just don't. I know. Isn't that terrible, Dee?
No, that's what I do.
But something just, I tried to walk away from them, and something just kept saying, good morning, sissy. And something kept saying, get them. And so I'm so glad. It's one of those purchases that you don't regret later. Every time I wear them, I get compliments on them. And they go with everything. So I find myself, am I doing readings? I am doing readings. Look at there. Poor Chloe is like, shut up and get to business. Hello, Tennessee. Tennessee's in the house. I was at the local zoo. I took my grandson to the zoo. I don't know. It was a Monday a week ago. And, you know, I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, from the South, but I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. And I kept hearing all these Southern accents around. And then someone heard me talking to my grandson, and they asked me, where are you from? It's like, I'm from here. They were from Tennessee, and they were here for the College World Series. We have the College World Series. You know, I'm terrible. I used to enjoy those things. I just don't. I want to be home. I think because I'm so public. So I have a funny story for y'all. I promise. After this funny story, I'll get to reading. I'll get to work. Let me tell my funny story. So I go for scans the other day, right? I'm waiting for them to be called back to access my port. I have to go to a special area that I don't usually go to access my port, because last time they poked me, I don't know, like 5 times trying to access my port, and they couldn't. So I had to go to another area. So they just made me an appointment with this other area. I'm waiting. I'm trying to fix something on my website out in the waiting room, and I see a picture of me in that purple shirt. And I'm thinking, I wonder when people see that picture and then they see me in person, if they say, you know, if they think I look differently. Because I'm very particular. I don't use filters or any of that, because I don't want anyone to ever see me in person and be like, oh my goodness, you look nothing like you do. So, sitting there in the waiting room, that's going on. I go back to have my port accessed, and the nurse comes in there. She opens the door. She looks at me and she said, you look so much different than you do on Instagram. I didn't ask her if it was good or bad. I don't know. But it was one of those synchronicities. Because what are the odds? I've never thought that before. I've never looked at my website and thought, I wonder if people are think I look the same. But I did, and then a few minutes later that happened. And the same day, I can't remember what it was now, but the same thing happened to my husband. He brought something up. Oh, he was asking about one of my friends. He said, it was Iris. I don't know if y'all probably have seen me do things with her. He said, I haven't heard Iris's voice lately, because when I'm on the phone with a friend, frequently walking around the house, I have you on speaker because I'm doing things. And so 2 seconds before that, Iris had texted me. She hadn't texted me since the night before. So those are things that you can tell. So pay attention to those synchronicities. Energy, you're reading energy without even realizing it. I recently got a validating sign. Oh, good. I'm so glad. You know, validating signs are so important. Heidi is saying, I don't enjoy the outside like I used to. You know, I just don't enjoy going and doing like I used to. My idea is to be home. Maybe, you know, I like to go, and I guess I'm also very particular about who I go and do things. So my inner circle is very small, because if we go and do something and all people are doing are talking about other people or trying to stir the pot, I'm not the girl for you. I am not. Because I will absolutely either make an excuse and leave, or usually I will say something I would try to change the subject several times. And if that doesn't work, I will leave. I am not going to be around negative energy where people are just talking about others and pulling you down. Now, if there's a legitimate issue that you need to discuss to get through, that is completely different. But you know what I mean? The people that just want to bitch and complain all the time and never do anything about it, they're going to suck your energy. And I am not the girl to be in that environment. Nope. I will leave. All right. Sarah Miller, you are sharing my live like crazy. I so appreciate you. That's right, Gianna. Period. It will suck your energy like crazy. All right, what are we starting with, Dee? Are we starting with cards or mediumship?
Let's do a card.
I was going to say, I'm giving Dee all the power. Okay. Dee said cards. I looked up. Gianna had just shared my live several times. So this one's for you, Miss Gianna. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay. I just shuffled the cards, put energy into it. We're going to go with this one. All right. Here we go. What's going on in your life, Miss Gianna? Work stuff. Gianna, you got some work stuff going on? Here, let's see if she can go live. Oh, she can. Here you go, Miss Gianna. I'm about to ask you to go live. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where are you located?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, have I read you before?
I don't think so.
Okay, very good. It seems like Pennsylvania has been popping up. Like people have been coming on, and I've heard Pennsylvania several times lately, and I've never used to hear Pennsylvania. So I was like, oh, is this a repeat? Have I read her before? Okay, Miss Gianna, you have some work stuff going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first card out the gate was the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is really about the accumulation. You see how there's all this stuff around them, and she's sitting there very serenely. It's about an accumulation in this suit of knowledge. You have accumulated a lot of knowledge. Are you still there?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, very good. I got a notification that my connection had dropped. So the next one that comes up is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is about recognizing who you are and recognizing your limitations, and it's Pentacles. So it's recognizing your limitations in your work environment. So when I tap into it intuitively, I'm hearing, have you been thinking about looking for a new job?
Yeah, so I basically have been working in the restaurant industry since I was 13, and I have recently gone back after 2 years of not, being able to not have to do it. And it's fine. I just know down the road I'm not going to be happy the longer I do it.
Very good. Yes. That makes sense. An accumulation of all this knowledge that you have brought with you and you're using now. You used to be in the restaurant business, you got out of it, and now you're back there. Eight of Pentacles is about the limitation. You just said, you're not going to be able to do it much longer. And that's exactly what this is about. And, I tapped it intuitively. It doesn't, for everyone watching that reads cards, it doesn't always mean that.
Wow, that's awesome.
Now, the next card was the Ace of Cups. Cups is about relationships. Ace is about starting a new endeavor, starting something new. Right on the cusp of what I got with the Pentacles, where, you know what? I don't think you're going to be doing what you're doing very much longer. You're going to find a new job, find a new endeavor with or through a current relationship, a friend.
Ooh. So
then I asked for more clarification. We got the Seven of Cups. This is just saying when you start this new, I see you going into it was like, yes, this is great. Yes. And it can be great. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that cup of coffee that y'all just put up there. Um, so next it's a 7. This is just about make sure you're going in with boundaries set up. So when you start your new endeavor, make sure you're going into it, have communication. Don't just go into this endeavor with your friend or starting a new workplace without some kind of boundary set up. Now, when is this going to happen? Isn't it 3? I'm feeling in the next 3 months. At about the 3-month point is when this change is going to happen for you. It's going to happen rather quickly.
That's funny because I just got a new research position that starts in 3 months.
Oh, very good.
Wow.
Thank you for validating that. So yes, this research position, of course, is where you need to be. The cards set it before you even validated it. Thank you for
Wow.
that. So, but make sure you're going into it with there's some kind of boundary that are going to need to be set up. And sometimes we don't know what those boundaries are until we're in the
Okay.
situation. So make sure you're paying attention to those and honoring them. Don't be afraid to speak up and say, you know what, that's not really in my scope, or I need more training in that area. Now, what is
Okay.
your research position doing?
It's for my psych professor, and she like does like law and psych, which is really cool because my sister's an attorney, so I got really excited once I heard what type of psych I'd be going into.
Very good. Congratulations, and thank you for letting me read you this morning, kicking us
Thank
off.
you so much. I appreciate it.
Of course. All right, so that was fun. All right, so what are we doing now, Dee? Another cards, or are we going into mediumship?
Mediumship.
Thank y'all. I don't know how long you were on last night, Dee, but I was all over the place. Like I was letting CJ run it, like tell me what to do. He would have me all over the place. And then I had done psychic earlier than normal, and someone said, "Can you read?" Yes, yes, I can. I'm quite qualified to read some people. All right. This first energy stepping up is a male energy. He has a dad energy to him, and I'm hearing the name Bob Robert around him. He is showing me he always had a full head of hair. A lot of men, male pattern baldness, start going bald towards the end of their life, but he is showing me throughout his life he kept his hair. He's very proud of that. Early on, it was dark, and then it did get gray, but even as it got gray, kept his hair. Beautiful head of hair. He's also showing me being a man of presence. He was actually kind of tall, about 6 foot. He's showing me he was a businessman, and if he didn't own his own business, he was at a position where he had a business card, like an account where he would write things off on business. Because he shows me doing all these different things, golfing, at the bar, going to Vegas, and I was like, oh, you were quite the traveler you were going and doing. And he let me know it was related to business, related to business. He's also telling me that he had heart problems. I'm making notes if y'all see me looking down. He had heart problems, and that is ultimately what took him off this planet. He had other issues, but it was the heart that took him off the planet. He is showing me that his paperwork was in order, and there was money that was passed down to different people. Most people were okay with it. He is showing me there was a little bit of infighting after he passed, but most people were okay with it. Okay. Does this gentleman fit anyone on here? I'm sorry. Y'all see me doing this. The writing was in an area that I couldn't see. All right, let me recap, see if we can get this gentleman taken, and D is right. If it's yours, please put a yes. Okay, so this gentleman is stepping up. I'm seeing a dad energy. I'm hearing the name Bob Robert around him. He passed from heart problems. He either owned his own business or he was with a company that he had a credit card that he could, write everything off on business, because he shows me golfing. And hello, Amy, you're watching me from work. He would golf, go to Vegas, go to the bar, dinners, and he shows me putting it all on a business account. He is showing me that when he did pass, which was from the heart problems that he had, I was looking to see if it was, thank you, you're being so funny today. He passed from the heart problems, but he wasn't in and out of the hospital. Like, he had continual care over his heart. He did have heart surgery at one time. He changed his diet. He did take control of his health at that point, he is showing me, but he still passed from the heart problem. And then we're going to claim this guy? I haven't had that happen in a while. My people have been being claimed right away. I'm going to have to get up my reading glasses this morning. My eyes aren't working right. I haven't woken up yet. She's like, I know, right? I don't know if you're talking about that, about me putting on my reading glasses, or about me having my spirits claimed lately. All right, we're gonna put this guy on ice. He says it's like that, is it? Yes, it is. Hello, Tracy. Welcome. We're gonna hold this guy. I will bring him back up in a few minutes to see if we can get him claimed. This next person stepping up is showing me he was a younger kid. Well, I would say late teens, early 20s. He liked to play ball, he is showing me. That's all he's shown me, is playing ball. Baseball. He is showing me on the field. His life got off track, he is showing me. And he started going down a path of no return, is what I'm hearing. Thank y'all. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Sarah, for sharing my live. Thank y'all for all those, the roses, and I appreciate y'all today. Thank you. So this kid is showing me he loved to play ball. But as he got older, as he got into his early 20s or late teens, he started getting away from the athletics. And he's taking responsibility for his own passing. He is showing me he's taking... I've been here, Prissy, Nana. I've been here with live last night for like an hour and a half. He is showing me his life taking a turn for the worse. He's taken responsibility for it, but he's also saying he started hanging out with a tough crowd. This kid was buried, not cremated. He is showing me a headstone. So if he was cremated, his ashes were buried there, because he is showing me a headstone.
Is his name Steve?
Okay, so once y'all give me information like Steve, a name, I cannot then use it for identification purposes because it's in my head. So let me just see what I can go back and get from him to maybe confirm. Let me recap. And so if you ever ask, unless you trust that medium, like if you have a relationship with that medium and you trust them, that's different. But if you're just on TikTok watching a medium and you ask them a question like, is his name Steve? Did he have dark hair or whatever? They can then not use that information to identify the spirit because they already have it. Okay, this kid is showing me very athletic, loved ball. As he got older, very handsome also, as he had dark hair. As he got older, he got off track and started, no, Al, no, don't be sorry. I love when people gives me the opportunity to educate on how authentic and evidential mediumship works. I love it. He is showing me in his late teens, early 20s, he's taking responsibility, but he also got mixed up in the wrong crowd. He let himself be led astray. He is taking responsibility for his own passing. He's also telling me that he was buried, not cremated. He is showing me his funeral. There were a lot of pictures of him around, and the people were out the door. He's also showing me someone in his family. I don't necessarily think it's his mom, but someone in his family have been using his passing, thank y'all, as a platform in a good way to educate people on what to look for and just talk to teens and youth about the pitfalls of drug use, basically. All right. Does this fit your person? Who asked if it was Steve? Okay, Miss Noel, does everything else fit? Miss Noel. Does everything else fit the person that you were looking for? Oh, she's not answering. All right. He wasn't a teen when he passed away. He was in his 30s. Okay. Does everything else fit? Let's just ask Noel to go live.
Yes.
I felt like it was her. That's the reason I was like, let's just ask her to go live. We're going to take care of this right away. Hi, Miss Noel.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well. Where are you located?
Pennsylvania.
You see, I had another Pennsylvania person on here. You know, I don't know if TikTok will like pick states to push people out to, but it seems like I will have like groupings of states, and I haven't had Pennsylvania in a while. All right. Okay. Oh, who was Steve to you?
He was my best friend.
He started laughing because in my head, I was writing down best friend, and all of a sudden I heard friends with benefits, and he said, no, that's not the case.
He was my best friend, but he was definitely the love of my life.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
I was struggling when he stepped up because when you popped on, I was feeling a love, but I knew that wasn't a relationship.
Yeah.
He couldn't really commit to anyone though.
No.
Yeah. It wasn't you, Noel, it was him. And
He stated that multiple times.
Oh, good. So now when spirits give me words to say, and then you say, oh, he stated that several times, it's more evidence of who I have.
Yeah.
You know, he's talking about it was very difficult for him. When he was younger, everything just came so easy to him.
Yeah.
Life was just, he had lots of friends, you know, but when push came to shove and he had to start actually doing things and working hard and accomplishing it, he just said that he was not up for it. He just lost sight of what was important in life.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, who is this that has used his passing for a platform?
It's his brother.
His brother. Okay. He's just giving me chills. Steve did. He is so proud that his brother has turned such a terrible debacle, is what he is saying, into something positive. So if you keep in touch with his brother, just let him know that Steve is so proud of him that he just didn't let his passing go and mourn him. He has mourned him and then said, okay, what can I do with this to not make his passing in vain, and has changed it.
I actually talk to his brother every.
Very good. I felt like you were in touch with him.
Yeah.
And just for everyone listening, thank y'all. No one is smarter than the drugs. Everyone thinks they're going to be smarter than the drugs. No one is smarter than the drugs.
Yeah, for sure.
When I said that, Steve was like, preach it.
Yeah. And that is so him.
Yeah. Spirits do let their personalities come through a lot. He's telling me, Noel, that he's the one who has been sending you the cardinals. Have you noticed the cardinals?
Every day.
Yeah, he sends those to you.
Oh.
He also is showing me you think about him frequently. And he wants you to know when you think about him, he is around you. He knows you think about him. He hears you talking to him. You have a son?
I do not.
You do not?
Mm-mm. So it's funny that you say that though, because every single time that I've ever had any kind of spirit come through, they always say something about a son, and I had a miscarriage, but I didn't know what I was having.
Oh, very good. Very good.
And it was with Steve.
Oh my goodness. Let's just sit with that for a moment. Yes, yes, yes. You know, it makes sense, because had you said yes, that you had a son, the next thing he was telling me was talking about naming the child after him. And I was like, and I was having a side conversation with him. I was like, why the hell would she name a kid after him? You know, when she had this kid with someone else, but so he is referencing the child that you did miscarry, and it was with him. So I was just teasing him, because I said earlier, when you said best friend, I wrote best friend and I heard friends with benefits, and he said no, it wasn't like that. And so now I'm going back to him like, I told you it was friends with benefits. Don't try to lie to the medium. I know better. He is telling you, and I know this is something that sounds not authentic, but do know that you were the love of his life. And I have so much lately, I've seen like close to me, friends of friends, and even in my family, where the men, I'm sure women do it also. I'm sure women do it. I just haven't witnessed it, probably because of the women I surround myself with. But he is showing me that he just could not choose you over the addiction.
Yeah. And he knew that I would not take that.
Right. And good on you.
Yeah.
I have seen that so much lately, like even men, like friends of friends, even my family on Facebook, complaining about their wives leaving them, or relationships not working out. And it's because the men are choosing addiction over their significant other.
Yeah. I would tell him all the time, you just can't keep it together, and I can't accept that.
Good for you, Noelle. I'm so impressed with you. Do you know how many women don't have the strength to do that? Or they think that they are going to change that other person?
Change. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for letting me read Steve today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I needed this.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
All right. Thank y'all, everyone, for being here. That was a beautiful reading. And if y'all haven't yet, please hit the follow button. I so appreciate it. We're going to go back, and I'm going to recap the gentleman that came in before Steve and see if we can get him claimed. If not, then we will move on. Thank y'all for the hearts. Y'all see me? Oh, I'm getting a phone call, so if y'all hear the beeping, please ignore it. My phone is ringing. Okay. The gentleman that was up before had a dad energy to him. I'm hearing the name Bob, Robert, something like that. He either owned his own business, or he was higher up in a company where he had a company credit card. And he is showing me doing golfing, going to Vegas. He has shown me Vegas several times. I'm not sure if he went to work meetings there, or because I'm feeling like it was a combination. I'm feeling like he went to work meetings there, but he also I don't know what this means. JY? I just saw the JY in my, I don't know what that means. Okay. I just saw, as I'm circling back to him, I just saw J and a Y. I don't know what that means. So hopefully someone out there does. Yeah, a J and a Y, just like that. I saw it in my clairvoyance. Okay. So this gentleman is showing me having heart problems, and he did have it taken care of, but it was ultimately what took him off this earth. But I'm also seeing that it was sudden and unexpected, because he had been in really good health and everyone around him thought he was very healthy. He is showing me always having a full head of hair. He was very proud of his hair. Oh, Texas mom.
BK above Texas Mom says my grandpa's name is Robert. Owned the business, but not sure about Vegas.
Oh, Texas Mom.
All the way up. BK, BECC.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to go live, dear. Okay, while she's popping on, Texas Mom, I want you to, if you feel like it, message me, like email me, and the link is in my bio, and just send me what's going on with you. And if it's okay with you, I'm gonna make a TikTok. I don't know if you've seen those before, and I just tell people how to send you healing. So Texas Mom, if you feel like doing that, please message me. Tell me what's going on. I will make another TikTok to have everyone send you healing. Good morning, Becca.
It's not living or okay, never mind.
Becca, are you there? Are you there?
It says it's not letting her go live.
I see her on here. That's weird. Okay, she said it's not letting her go live, but I can't claim the other part. So I'm wondering if that means that she's saying it's not hers. Okay, so let me recap. I have a gentleman here. I'm having a dad, grandfather energy around him. I'm hearing the name Bob or Robert. He is letting me know he died from heart problems. He had them taken care of, but then ultimately, and people were surprised when he passed from these heart problems because they were under control. He had changed his diet. He'd really started taking care of himself. He's very proud of his head of hair. He is showing me he had a beautiful hair. Even as he got older, he wasn't losing it. Still always had a beautiful head of hair. He is showing me he either owned a business or was higher up in a company and had a company credit card, because he is showing me golfing. He is showing me Vegas. He's showing me doing work trips, and like those work trips that are fun, and swiping this company credit card, whether it was his or someone else's. Now, as I was tapping into him, I'm seeing the letters a J and a Y. I'm not quite sure what that is about. Hopefully whoever claims him will know what it's about. Thank y'all for the heart. Does anyone know, is anyone claiming this gentleman? I'm not seeing anyone claim him. Okay, so he's letting me know, because sometimes I can tell that people are not on here. Thank y'all. But he's letting me know that the person he belongs to is on here. And it feels like a male that he belongs to. So either if you're a male on here, listen up, or if you are a female, think of the male that you're married to, or is your significant other, or that you're attached to, your partner. Because he is showing me he is attached to a male that is connected to this live. Okay, he's still not being claimed. All right, I am going to ask Prissy Nana to go live. Let's see what she wants this morning. Here I go. I'm going rogue. Let's see. Is she gonna? Oh, there she comes. Thank you. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
All right, Miss Prissy Nana, what is your real name?
Melissa.
Melissa. Where are you located?
Kentucky.
Kentucky is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
We've been thinking about buying land in places. We haven't considered Kentucky. What's your state's tax situation like?
It's 6%.
Look, she knew that just like that.
Because Tennessee is 9%, if I'm right.
Oh, is that, but that's what's your income tax? What's your state income tax?
I don't know.
Because I know Tennessee is 0. What's your property taxes like there? Is it bad?
No, it's good. And we have a lake
Oh.
here. I mean, it's really nice.
Yeah, Kentucky's getting better and better.
You ever heard of Murray, Kentucky?
No, I haven't.
Murray State?
Mm-mm.
No. Oh, someone put me on here how much it is.
Oh, someone put on there?
I couldn't
Oh,
do it.
yep, 9.2. That's high.
I haven't been up long.
That is high, Kelly. That's really high. But I know, if you live in Nebraska, oh Lord, the property taxes here, they will absolutely freaking kill you. That's where we live. Alabama, low property tax. Okay, so Melissa, who are you looking for today? Or what are you looking for? Do you want psychic, mediumship, cards? What are you looking for?
Mediumship.
Okay, who would you like? Your mom or your husband?
Say that again?
Your mom or your husband?
My husband. My mom.
All right. I had two people step up. There was a man and a woman, and I was like, "Who are you?" And I just heard mom, husband, mom, husband. Okay, so let's do that. I want your husband to step up. So your husband was a little bit of a flirt. Was he a little bit of a?
My husband hasn't passed.
Oh, your husband hasn't flat passed. So who is this man here?
No.
Let's describe him. Can we describe him?
Yes, sure.
This gentleman stepping up feels like he would have been from your same generational line. So think of someone your age, but higher or lower. He actually feels like he's connected to your husband because I had such a strong husband feel off of him. So also think about people around your husband. He's letting me know that he was kind of a flirt, charming. I mean, not in an inappropriate way. He was just kind of flirty, a little bit charming. He is showing me that he smoked like a chimney. He did like to drink, but it was more of a social drinking. He is showing me towards the end of his life, he would always be pretty thin. Most of us get kind of fluffy as we age. He is showing me being pretty thin. He's also showing me having some teeth problems up here. He's letting me know that I'm feeling my blood is kind of sludgy. I typically get that whenever people have diabetes, but I'm not hearing the word diabetes, so I'm not quite sure what that is about. But I'm definitely feeling my blood being a little bit sludgy. He is showing me that he could work on cars. He could fix things. Does this gentleman sound familiar to you?
Well. No, not at the moment, but it may continue later. You know, I mean. I just can't.
I'm hearing a J name around him. It doesn't necessarily need to be his name. I'm hearing a J name like John, Jonathan.
Not Joel. Well, he wasn't my age.
It could be Joel, but that would make
Joel.
sense if it was Joel, because John, J-O. I get that a lot. Like I get the first two letters, and then I kind of like, I lost it. So who was
Well,
Joel?
we have talked about my nephew before, but he died in war, so I don't.
Joel was your nephew?
You know what? My daughter's husband passed 3 years ago. Now his name was.
And did what I just say about this gentleman fit your daughter's husband?
No.
Okay, very good. And Joel, because I was getting this J name, this J-O. Who was Joel?
Joey.
Joe-E. Who was that to you?
My nephew.
Nephew. And then what I said about this gentleman, did that fit your nephew?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, absolutely not. This is where we kind of dig through the information, because he let me know, like when he stepped up and you said, oh, my husband is here, he's let me know, think of your husband's family. Because he felt I was getting this strong husband energy off of him, which if your husband's on planet tells me he's connected to your husband.
Wow. Now that he had a friend that just passed, but he doesn't get it either.
Okay, so when we get off this live or later today, go talk to your husband about who this could be. And then your job is to message me.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I couldn't
No, absolutely not. I just, this is what we call third party verification. And this happens a lot in my one-on-one, not a lot, but it's not uncommon for this to happen in my one-on-one readings or even in a live, that I will have someone come through they don't know. And like the other day, I kept getting May 22nd, May 22nd. And this gal was like, I said, well, she said, nope, doesn't mean anything. I said, it's right. It's May 20 something I'm seeing. She couldn't just, couldn't claim it, couldn't claim it. I was like, okay, when you figure it out, let me know. She was like so upset over, not upset, but someone that else had come through in her reading that had really, it's who she'd want to hear from. So she was kind of, processing that grief. It was her dad's birthday. Her dad was in spirit.
Oh, really? Well, see, like I said, I may think of it later. and I
Right. So
probably will.
sometimes we just get in our head
Yes.
and we don't remember it. So just, and I love waking up to those messages. Now, who was it that you wanted to hear from?
Me?
Yeah, before this
My
person.
mom.
Your
Or
mom.
my dad. My dad, mom, nephew, it don't matter.
Okay, did your dad serve in the military?
No, but my mom's dad did. He died when she was 10, and so did her brother.
Okay.
And he died at 22. So,
Okay.
her brother.
I have a lady standing here and the person next to her is showing me he was in a uniform.
Okay, that could be her brother.
It feels more like her brother. Okay,
Okay.
so did the things that I said about this other person fit her brother?
Well, I never knew him.
What was his name?
Here we go again. I'm sorry.
No, do not apologize. What was his name?
His name was. What was it? Right. Her dad's name is Wayne.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Joe Rayburn. Sorry.
What was it?
Joe Rayburn.
That J.O. name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and he was 33 when he passed. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
Yep. So I think it
He
was
was a very nice looking man.
Yes. I think that's who it was. Yeah.
Wow.
Because remember, I said I'm seeing your mom and this man stepping up together.
Right. Okay.
So that would make sense if it was her brother, and I was seeing this J.O. name.
Even though I don't know him.
When you come to me for a one-on-one reading, the first thing I say to people is let go of who you think might step up. Just because you were not connected to someone on earth doesn't mean once they pass, you're not connected. And I always equate it to, you have to think about, let's just say, Melissa, that you pass. You transition to the other side. And you have left behind kids and nieces and nephews.
Oh, yeah.
You are going to love your great grandbabies. You are going to love your great nieces and nephews, whether you know them or not. Sometimes we don't equate it to ourselves. Like there are people that we don't know on the other side who love us. And this is why I say that, let go of who you think might step up. So yes, I think this person was more of your mom's brother.
Yeah.
And it's good. He gave us that J.O. name. Okay. Your mom is talking about, Melissa, that you helped take care of her towards the end of her life. And I'm not saying that you changed her diapers or did any of that. You just offered her a lot of support. Your mom is also talking about you were always one to, when she was feeling down, or you could make a joke about anything. You don't like it when energy starts getting sticky and thick. Yeah, you're going to make a joke about it. And your mom was saying how much she appreciated that you were always around to listen to her. And she's like, she could call you at any time and you were going to pick up the phone and talk to her. You always made time for her, and how much she appreciated that. She's also letting me know that she is the one who makes the wind chimes go off when there is no reason why they should go off. She's also showing me a dripping faucet. Who has a dripping faucet?
Probably me.
When spirit talks about things like a dripping faucet, they don't make it drip, but it's an acknowledgement they are around you. Thank y'all. I don't let people step up and say, hey, tell them I'm around. They have to prove it. And so your mom is talking about, fix that faucet. And I was like, what's wrong with it? And I just saw this dripping faucet.
That happened to me yesterday. That's
Very good.
It was
Yes.
dripping. I'm like, why is that dripping?
So that is your mom's proof that she is around you always. She says
I
it
was
was,
with her when she passed.
yes.
Yeah.
And that's what she was talking about, that support you gave her, and you were always around her. You always gave her comfort. You always made her not afraid. Your mom was a little, even though she believed in an afterlife, she was also a little bit afraid of passing.
Yes.
And you always made her feel better about it.
Well, that's nice to know. I lived with her for a long time.
Yes, you were always there to support her, she is saying. Always there to do, and not in a bad way. She said to do her bidding, but she doesn't mean it in a bad way, like you
I
were serving.
know.
Yeah. No, she wouldn't even want you to. Like, she is mentioning that she might want something to eat. She's going looking for something in the kitchen and y'all don't have it. And she is moved on and ready to go eat something else, but you wouldn't have it. You'd be in that car going to the store and making it happen for her.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you completely spoiled her, and she's talking about how much she appreciated that.
Well, that's sweet.
All right, thank you.
All
Thank you,
right.
Melissa. You have a great day.
You too, hon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
So that is exactly how a one-on-one reading can be when you come to me. The first thing I say to you is let go of who you think might step up. Just because you weren't connected to someone on earth doesn't mean. And usually spirits will give you something to circle back. Like when her mom stepped up and I tapped into her mom, then we figured out who this other spirit was. And he had told me the J-O name. His name was Joel. But sometimes we forget. When we're not around our great uncles or they died well before us, we forget their names, we forget things about them. So he did do a good job with his information. It's just, it wasn't who she was thinking about. Okay, thank you, Texas Mom. That's perfect. That's perfect. I am rolling into a meeting. And yes, it is easy to do. You know, I'm terrible because was not connected to my family very well. I grew up very removed from them. So I'm a terrible person to sit for a mediumship reading because there's only a few people I really know. Sometimes I have to dig deep. I'm like, okay, I know I should know this person. Who are they? Who are they? We forget who they are. All right. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. I do have to pop off. I'm headed into a meeting related to my book. I have to go meet with some people. Iris, y'all know Miss Iris. So we're meeting with some people about our book and getting that kicked off. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I will definitely be on next Tuesday. I'm sure I will be on sometime between now and then. Please make sure you've hit that follow button. Please encourage other people to follow and to like my stuff. It helps in the algorithm. Y'all have a great day.